The riches are in the niches. Having a niche is super important to develop your brand, to go all in, to become top of mind, and to make money. So the reason why I'm doing this Q&A is because I created a free 4-part video training, and I've left that link below, by the way. But the step 1 is creating your impact statement. And so an impact statement is essentially a statement that says something along the lines of, I help you build your impact and monetize your personal brand. That's my impact statement, but I teach you how to do it in that training, so grab that if you want it. But I noticed that these impact statements, they just weren't as va-va-voom as they should have been, because people weren't getting crystal clear, and it's because they didn't have a niche. So that's why I wanted to do this Q&A today about niches. So I put something up on my Insta story to get people to send in questions, and because my camera's broken, I'm using my camera to film, so I've got my questions on my laptop here. So thumbs up to support me through these hard times of all my technology breaking, but I'm gonna get a new laptop and a new camera soon, so I'm making do with this mic and my phone. So anyway, let's just dive straight into it. So the very first question is, there is too much competition. People think that their niche is too competitive when really it's just saturated. But because it's saturated doesn't necessarily mean that it's competitive. There's a lot of noise outside. I'm gonna go close the window. It's like people always trying to destroy my videos. So let's just say you're in the fitness industry. Yes, the fitness industry in general is competitive, but that's when you have to go all in on a particular niche. Just saying that you are in the fitness industry is not good enough. You need to pick a particular segment of that market and go all in on them. For example, it could be middle-aged paleo people. That could be your niche. Or it could be people who are struggling with losing fat and they're in university. And it doesn't have to just be a particular demographic. It could be a particular mindset. It could be a common goal. But if you're able to really narrow it down, then that allows you to stand out and not be in this overall competitive market, because then you can become top of mind for that one particular thing. It's just like the example of ibuprofen versus migraine relief tablets. Migraine relief tablets, and I did some research on this and found some studies, they can charge 7 times the price of a traditional ibuprofen tablet, despite the fact that all the migraine relief tablet has is ibuprofen. It's literally the exact same product, but the only difference is that they've picked a niche market and they've gone all in on that, and they've actually marketed themselves as that particular thing. So you could just be an ibuprofen, but if you package yourself up as a migraine relief tablet, then you're gonna be able to charge 7 times more, maybe even more, and you're gonna get the people who see the migraine relief tablet, who see you, and the people who have the problem that you're solving, they're gonna see you and they're gonna be immediately attracted to you. So this is why an impact statement is so valuable, because then when someone comes on your page, they see that you're all about this particular thing, and they are gonna go follow you. So thumbs up for that. Anyway, let's get into the next question. Sally says, how can I be better and stand out from the others who are doing the same thing as me? So that's an important point. You need to know the competition within your market, because when you know the competition within your market, you can keep an eye on what they're doing and do it better, or put your own unique spin on it, right? So you can see the posts that work well for them, and then you don't necessarily just copy what they're doing blatantly, because that is not good, and that's not you being your unique, authentic self. But you can see what's working for them, put your own spin on it, and then just make it even better, right? And so here's the thing, in order to stand out within your niche, you need to know the exact pain points of your customer. You need to know what they're going through, and you don't even necessarily have to have a product that you're selling right now. When you're first starting and you're wanting to build a social media following, you can just have the pain point and the mindset in mind. So literally, you can poll them on your Instagram story. You can ask them, like, I am literally speaking to my ideal client right now, because you're never gonna guess what? I just brought out a new course called Impact Your Niche, which teaches you how to build, scale, and monetize your niche. So I've left that linked in the description box below. But I literally ask these questions to the people who are my ideal client by doing the swipe up on my Instagram story and putting the ask feature on. So if you just go ahead and do that now, then you can ask a question, and that's my action plan for you right now. I want you to ask your audience a question that is then gonna help you be able to make something for them. So your question, if you're trying to stand out from the other people who are doing the same thing as you, is what is your biggest struggle right now when it comes to losing weight on the paleo diet? Let's just say that was your niche. Let's pretend you're a paleo fat loss coach. That could be your question, and then you can see what the people's biggest struggle is. You can create content to overcome that problem, and then people are gonna love you for that, and then they're going to want to come back for more, and then they'll see so much value through your free products that they're gonna, as soon as you release a course or a program or something like that, or even coaching or consulting, they're gonna wanna come to you because they're like, this person knows exactly what I'm doing. And the beauty of asking these people phones, and this is why this new Instagram story feature is amazing, is because you can literally then see the types of words that they're using. I can see right now that the words that they're using, the language that they're using is things like, how can I be better and stand out from others who do the same thing? How can I commit to my niche? I'm nervous to start and I'm nervous that I'm gonna succeed. How do I choose my audience? And I'm worried that I'm gonna be scrutinized. Like, these are all the type of things that people are asking me. So then when it comes to my sales copy and the words that I use when it comes to my content, I can use these exact words. So I can say, this person basically just said what to do if there's too much competition. I can now just make an Instagram caption being like, what to do if there's too much competition within your niche. Bish, bash, biddy, bosh. So there was quite a few questions all about how to commit to your niche and how to stay in your niche. And this golden question is gonna change your life. So thank me later when it comes to making content, because you are going to love this. So here is the golden question to ask yourself every time you post to social media. What value is this adding to my target audience? And then you're sorted, because then every single time you post, what value is this adding to my target audience? And then it makes sure that the value that you're adding right there and then is for the particular target audience. Now here's the deal. Right at the beginning, you have to go so niche and you have to pick a particular segment of a market. So earlier I mentioned the paleo fat loss coach. So you could start with that, and then as time goes on, you can expand. So you could start talking all things paleo, and you could then even do some muscle gain stuff and some mindset stuff and all that, and you expand, and then you could just start doing paleo fitness in general. But the most important thing is to get well known and to become top of mind in your industry. You pick that niche, you make content in that niche for that one particular. You should literally be able to imagine your target audience sitting right in front of you. Like, what do they look like? What is their mindset like? Like, all these different things, because then that means that you can create content directly for them, and that's why it is so amazing. And then as time goes on, like, you may see these macro influencers on social media who are posting about everything under the sun. Oh, look at my new bum bag. Oh, look at my new jeans. Oh, I'm on holiday in Bali at the moment. Oh, here's my healthy vegan recipe. Oh, here's my steak. Oh, here's all this stuff. They can do that because they've already built up such a diverse audience, and that's because they have literally started off in something and then they've become a macro influencer. And that's the power of the personal brand, right? Because your personal brand can pivot as you do. Like, I started off in the fitness industry. My niche was becoming mentally and physically strong, and now I speak about online business, personal branding, and all this type of stuff that I'm talking about right now. And that's because I decided to put my business around my personal brand. So you can pivot as time goes on, but when you're first starting, pick a niche, commit to it, and then if a couple years down the line, like, you want to follow another passion, then that's possible through your personal brand. I just had to come get some H2O, but I checked the questions again, and loads more people have said that they're struggling to stick with their niche. But if I was to tell you right now, again, just remember the ibuprofen example. You can become top of mind if you pick a niche. If you have a clear message and people get to know you for one particular thing, then you're going to be more likely to get brand deals, because that brand will think, let's say the paleo example again, oh, this person's paleo, so I better email them right away because I know they're paleo, because they're always posting paleo content. That means their audience is more likely to be paleo. It also means that when you start to bring out a product about paleo fat loss, then people are going to want to buy that because they know you for that particular thing. They know that you're an expert within that field rather than trying to do everything, because there are so many other options out there. But if you're someone who you can literally speak directly to that person who has that particular goal, then you're going to be able to charge more for that. You're going to be able to become more of an expert on that particular topic, because you're not focusing all of your time and effort trying to learn everything about everything. You're picking one thing. You can become an expert on that one particular thing and always just be researching that thing, which means you can save time as well, and then as time goes on, you can expand. So I've answered a lot of questions here. Let's just see what some of the other ones are. How do you make sure that you're gaining the right followers? That question about the golden rule, you know what I said, like, what value is this adding to my target audience? That will help you when it comes to this. Oh, and then this question is awesome. Is there any niche that you can't monetize? Like, is there a particular niche out there that is impossible to monetize? The answer is no. You saw my last video, and if you haven't already, it's the video talking about how to earn 100 grand from your personal brand within a year. That's talking about how to teach donkeys how to do backflips. Like, you can literally monetize any niche. I've seen people out there talking about like, what's it called? Oh, how to make nice compost heaps. Like seriously, people are monetizing everything and anything. So you are gonna be okay. We have time for one more question, and that is from my gal, Danny Barker. So it's how and when to start monetizing. I love this question because I see so many people coming in, trying to start monetizing right away. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're already a bit of an expert and you've already built up some credibility, then fine, like by all means, go for that and do that. But if you're someone right now who's literally just starting out, you need to give before you're gonna expect anything back. This is why it's so important to learn as much as you possibly can right now about sales, marketing, personal branding, online business, and all that stuff, and become the go-to person within your niche before you start monetizing, because then people are going to, it's the law of reciprocity, right? So if you give so much, then people are going to want to repay the favor through buying your products and services. And I give out so much free content, and like that was before I even started monetizing. I've been doing Instagram now for 5 years. That's 5 years. That's a long bloody time. That's like pretty much a quarter of my life, because I'm 21, right? So I think that there's no perfect time to start monetizing, but I think it's a stage where you firstly feel comfortable about what you're offering. You know that you're an expert and you feel confident enough that you can teach other people to do the same. I think the first step is to actually just get a few people who are going through your thing, maybe even for free, and just seeing if it really does work. Like whenever I release a course, I will always get people to go through it either for free or through a lower price, because then not only does that allow me to get them to test it and make sure that it's amazing, it also allows me to collect testimonials, and then that allows me to sell more at scale. So inside my personal branding programs and all that, I give an exact roadmap about how, when, where, and what to monetize and all this stuff. And so the first step is honestly just becoming that go-to person within your niche. I can't say exactly right now, this is exactly on the 30th day of having your Instagram account, that's when you need to build and start monetizing all these products, because it's different for everybody and it's different for your niche. Like what are the type of products that is going on in your niche? But the first and most accessible entry-level point is going to be doing coaching or consulting, or if you're someone who has a physical thing that you can do as well, like for example if you're a photographer or you're a rapper, do photo shoots, or you could start selling songs. But if you're someone who's going to be doing maybe fitness coaching or something like that, you can start with the coaching straight away, and then as time goes on you can come out with the ebooks, because that's something that you can sell more at scale. And the beauty of when you pick your niche is you can have a value ladder within your niche, which means you can have loads of different products of all different values, both monetarily and the amount of value you're giving. And then people are gonna love that. Okay, so there is so many different components about when should you start monetizing, and that is why I created Impact Your Niche. So I've left that linked below. It's going to be so amazing. It teaches absolutely everything from finding your niche. There's a 7-page workbook all about finding your niche. There is so much other valuable content in there, and this is a lower ticket course. So this is something that I have on my value ladder, like I was saying, that is for my target audience, aka people who are trying to build a personal brand. But this is actually going to be amazing for people whether they're wanting to build a personal brand or just a business or product-based brand, because it's applicable to everybody. So that's the cool thing about Impact Your Niche. It just helps you find, dominate, and monetize your niche. So I've left that link below. Thumbs up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been valuable for you today, and I think I'm going to start doing more of this stuff.